Okay, this is Integrative Restoration Yoga Nidra meditation. This is a meditation that's developed by Richard Miller, and it's integrative restoration. So it's a guided meditation that Richard Miller developed he's been studying meditation for about 30 years. He's a psychologist, and they're studying this form of meditation at Walter Reed. They've been studying it for about 7 years, and it's been really beneficial for veterans and military members with PTSD, anxiety, depression, chronic pain. It's being studied for some other things like hypertension, diabetes even. So give me some feedback after the session. I'd be happy to hear, how you feel about it. All right, so we'll get started. So if you just get comfortable. If you could be 5 to 10% more comfortable than you are in this moment, what would you really like to do? Begin to orient to your practice of I rest with your wholehearted interest to be fully here and present in this moment. We acknowledge that distractions do arise, but our heartfelt interest is to delve in deeply into each of the phases of I rest. So take a moment and just feel into your own heartfelt intention, your deepest heartfelt prayer or vow. You are not petitioning the universe. You're not petitioning God. You are diving deeply into your own heartfelt intuition and acknowledging your deepest heartfelt longing. You might also take a moment to find your inner resource, this place where, when you come to it, you feel safe. You feel a sense of ground underneath you, a sense of being supported, to be just as you are. And as you return here to your inner resource, look around, or sense, or feel, or smell, or taste, so that you bring all 5 of your senses into their natural functioning. Your inner resource is a place where you feel safe and secure. There might be other people here, or objects, things that help you feel totally loved and taken care of. And at any time during your practice of I rest, should you feel the need, you can instantly return here and feel how this special place acts on your body, how it acts on your mind. Bringing a deep sense of safety and relaxation. As you move through this first phase of I rest, of body sensing, as the body becomes very deeply relaxed and comfortable, as a sense of well-being and joy can begin to rise up within the body. And whenever it does, associate this feeling of joy with your special place. your inner resource. So that joy and your inner resource are one and the same. Just thinking about your special place, you feel this cascade of deep relaxation, of joy and safety, move through and fill your entire body. Find your body breathing itself, the natural movement of inhalation, spontaneous retention, exhalation, and spontaneous suspension of the breath. You are learning how to join and flow with the breath moment to moment. Not pushing the breath, not pulling the breath. You are lying or sitting on a raft, flowing down a gentle stream of the breath, moment to moment, letting yourself being taken by the stream or flow of the breath. Notice the physical sensations that accompany the breath in the nose or the throat, in the gentle rise and fall of the abdomen or chest. And during an exhalation, feel into your mouth as if the energy of the breath itself, is pouring and flowing into the mouth. Awakening sensation throughout the mouth. During inhalation, just stay with the feelings that you come upon. The sensations to the floor or the roof of the mouth. The walls of the mouth. During each exhalation, explore the mouth a little bit more deeply. Each exhalation takes you ever more deeply into sensation. Each inhalation, just staying with what you have discovered, uncovered, or come upon. During exhalation, follow the flow of the breath and sensation from the mouth into the ears, as if you are flowing with the breath into and down through the hollow tubes of the inner ears, finding your way out to the external architecture of each ear. Exhalation, exploring. Inhalation, coming to a stop, and you are just present to all the sensations that you have discovered during exhalation. Sensation flowing up into the eyes. Flooding the eyes with breath and sensation. Perhaps on one exhalation, feel only the left eye. Exhaling, inhaling. Feeling only the left eye while holding the breath during a brief retention after inhalation. Come over to the right eye, exhaling, inhaling. Feeling and exploring sensation in the right eye. At the top of each inhalation, while retaining the breath. Momentarily go over to the opposite eye and feel yourself totally absorbed in the feeling of the eye. Several times back and forth during exhalation, exploring the feeling first in one eye, then the opposite eye. Now both eyes simultaneously. Exhaling. Feel both eyes simultaneously. Exhalation. Feel your way across the forehead, scalp, back of the head, and into the back of the neck. Going slowly, taking your time, allowing the breath and sensation to lead the way. You are flowing with the breath and the stream of sensation. Don't get ahead of yourself. Just meeting each sensation, moment to moment. Exhaling. Feel the eyes once again, and feel your way back into the head itself, into all of the structures of the brain. Give up visualizing and thinking, and instead, feel your way with the breath as your guide. And find your way all the way back into the back of the neck. And from the back of the neck, feel your way with the breath, flowing into the shoulders, left and right, just sensing, just being with the flow of the breath, moment to moment. And with exhalation, flow into the left shoulder, down into the left arm. Each exhalation, flowing a little bit more down into the arm. No hurry. Just a sense of timelessness. Only this moment now. Don't jump ahead to some place your mind is trying to get to. If you become absorbed in some particular thought that is important to stay with, and you notice my voice keeps moving ahead, you might want to remain where you are until you're ready to continue following my voice. Don't feel you have to follow my voice. Join me later when it feels appropriate. And find your way through the exhalation, all the way through the forearm and into the left palm. The breath as energy streaming out through the fingers. Through the tips of fingers, like light leaving the body, through the tips of the fingers during exhalation. And during exhalation, bring the entire left hand and arm into awareness. Inhalation, just staying with what you've come upon. Each exhalation, let the arm come more and more into awareness. Left arm, left shoulder, exhalation. right shoulder. A flow of sensation and energy during exhalation, cascading into and down into the right arm. Each time you come to the inhalation, you might stop and just live with all the sensation you have discovered. Then keep exploring and awakening to new sensations in the right arm during the next exhalation. Take your time in I rest to discover the actual flow of energy that is already happening. You are simply joining something that is already happening. We are not inventing. We are joining with what is already happening. Just being aware and awake and attending to what is already present. During exhalation, find your way into the forearm, into the palm, breath and energy flowing like light, flowing out through the fingertips during exhalation. And feel the arm and hand as pure vibration. During exhalation, the entire right hand, arm, and shoulder as pure vibration. During inhalation, staying with what you've uncovered. And with an exhalation, join both shoulders and arms together. Shoulders, arms, hands. Exhaling. Breath and sensation flowing into both arms and hands. Awakening sensation in both arms. Sensation radiating out through the fingertips, out through the skin of both arms and hands in all directions. With an exhalation, come into the notch at the base of the throat and find your way down into the chest and torso. Each exhalation, the breath guiding you, flowing like a stream of energy that saturates, caresses, and pervades all the structures of the chest, abdomen, even down into the depths of the pelvis. Exhaling slowly, taking your time, exploring upper chest, upper back, side ribs, superficial and deep, making your way with successive exhalations through the torso and down into the pelvis. During inhalation, don't go into thinking, but stay with the sensation that you discovered during exhalation. Pausing during inhalation. Then go ever more deeply into sensation and the flow of the breath during the next exhalation. In each moment, either stay with what you are discovering or continue with my voice as we continue our journey together through breathing and sensing. Exhaling, flowing with the breath from the pelvis down into the left leg. Each exhalation traveling a little bit further into the leg. Each exhalation opening ever more deeply into discovering, finding your way down the leg, breath by breath, flowing with the breath and stream of sensation into the foreleg, into the foot, into the toes. A flow of streaming sensation, flowing out through the tips of the toes. The breath like liquid sensation, streaming, flowing through the legs. And during exhalation, feel the entire left foot, left foreleg, thigh, hip. All of the sensations of the left leg joining together in a celebration of oneness. Feel the left leg as liquid vibration, liquid sensation in movement. Then on an exhalation, come into the pelvis and feel the liquid sensation of the breath flowing down into the right leg, the right thigh, knee, foreleg, all the way down into the foot and out through the tip of the toes. During each exhalation, stop. Be with what you've uncovered. During exhalation, go ever more deeply into discovering. And then with an exhalation, feel the foot, foreleg, knee, thigh, hip. All the sensations joining together as a symphony of oneness, of pure liquid vibration, liquid sensation vibrating through the entire right leg. And during exhalation, bring your attention into both legs simultaneously, so that the two legs become one leg. One leg of liquid sensation flowing out in all directions. And with an exhalation, begin joining together all of the body parts into a celebration of oneness. Each inhalation staying with what you have come upon. Each exhalation calling in more and more parts of the body into this symphony of oneness. Legs, pelvis, torso, arms, shoulders, neck, head, eyes, ears, mouth, each body part, each cell, an instrument in a symphony joining together as one song. the whole body as liquid sensation, flowing in every direction simultaneously. Inward, outward, out in front, out behind the body, to the left, to the right, below, and above, flowing moment to moment with the flowing stream of the breath. And sense an imaginary line down the midline that divides the body into left and right sides. With an exhalation, go over to the left side of the body. During inhalation, feel the entire left side of the body. And during a mild retention, come over to the right side. Exhalation and inhalation in the right side of the body. A permeable membrane that divides the body in half. And during retention, at the top of the inhalation, feel all the sensations transposing across this permeable membrane and saturating completely the opposite side of the body. Exhalation, welcoming all the different sensations, giving time at the top of each inhalation for sensation to completely cross the midline, totally saturating the opposite side of the body. Exhalation, a celebration of sensation and liquid vibration. Watch how the mind and eyes may try to become involved in thinking and looking. Can you give up thinking and seeing and melt completely into being sensation? Being the streaming vibration that is present. Being the flow of breath that is present. Give up being an observer and be observing. One with sensation, one with the breath. Feel yourself flowing from one side to the other. And then at some point, while lingering at the top of the inhalation, allow all of the sensations to join together. Flow one into the other. Feeling the entire body simultaneously. Left and right are one. Exhaling pure sensing. Open in all directions. Feeling the body being received by the ground. Feeling the weight and heaviness of the body settling into the ground with each exhalation. And now letting the breath be just as it is. Setting it completely free to be just as it is without the control of the will. The body breathing itself. And with each exhalation, feeling the body more and more being received. Caressed and taken in by the ground. The feeling of being supported by the ground. A feeling of safety. Letting go completely and feeling the heaviness and weight of the body being taken by the support of the floor taking the body into it, the body as the element of earth being absorbed into the floor as the element of the earth, each dissolving into the earth, and allowing inhalation to invite in an opposite feeling of lightness, a feeling of lightness. As if the body is floating lightly on a cloud of sensation. And then come back to the weight and heaviness of the body. Feeling the solidity and density of the body. The weight of the body. Earth dissolving into earth. And feel the liquid flowing quality of the breath and the flowing quality of sensation flowing throughout the body. The element of water in the body. Liquid sensation flowing and moving throughout the body. Sense the feeling of coolness. Earth and water as the feeling of coolness. Can you feel coolness somewhere in or around the body? Letting go of the mind and meeting into your first-hand experience of the feeling of coolness. And then finding its opposite, a feeling of warmth or heat, somewhere on the skin or around inside the body. Become one with the feeling of warmth, heat, letting go of the concept and going deeply into your actual experience of warmth. The quality of fire in the body. And notice any emotion that may bubble up spontaneously to the surface of your attention. Place your intention into this emotion, or scan your day or your week. Is there some emotion that you are working with, or that announces itself as a visitor? As a guest in this moment? Can you meet it and greet it? Feel it. Where do you feel it in your body? Stripping off the concept, the word that you use to describe it, and meeting it firsthand in your body as a pure sensation. See if there is any refusing to feel this emotion, to encounter it deeply. Can you welcome this emotion? Can you welcome it completely? Is there any defense against feeling it? If so, you can welcome this defense, the refusing, and let either be here along with the emotion. Perhaps there is an image, memory, or a symbol that accompanies this emotion. Let this memory or image come into your guest house. Invite it in along with the emotion. And as you feel this emotion and any accompanying image, Can you locate its opposite somewhere else in the body? What is this opposite of this experience of emotion or image that you are having? Find it. Perhaps conceptually at first. Then find it as an actuality in your body. If necessary, find a memory that helps bring this emotion in even more strongly. Eventually see if you can let go of all memories and images and just meet and greet the emotion as a pure sensation. And then at your own command, go back and forth. During exhalation, find the original emotion, welcoming it in during inhalation. And then when you're ready, find its opposite during an exhalation. Where it lives in the body, not looking at it, but being one with it, so that you feel you are inside of it, swinging back and forth from one opposite to the other, first embodying one, then embodying the other. If there is an image that accompanies each emotion, shift into the different images to help flush out the emotion, feeling it as a full body experience. The mouth is full of sensation. The palms of the hands and the entire body vibrating even as you live with these two emotions. Then find both emotions simultaneously. Knowing that you cannot do this mentally. Let them melt simultaneously, one into the other, and see what spontaneously emerges as a consequence. And either remain here for now, being with your experience, or continue on this journey of I rest with me. Find a belief that you take to be true about yourself, a belief that you are working with in your life. It may be the core belief or some other thought that often accompanies your mind that you take to be true about yourself. Let it flow up into the forefront of awareness. And as you hear this belief in your mind, feel where it activates the body, allowing any emotion or feeling or physical sensation to accompany this belief that you're working with. And see if there's a memory that goes along with the belief. And examine closely. Is there any refusing? Any defense against being with this belief and the emotion that accompanies it? If so, can you invite this defensiveness in? The refusing and the belief. Is there any self-judgment present? If so, let it in too. Hanging out with the impact of this belief. Feeling it as a raw sensation with what it evokes. And find the opposite of this belief. If this belief were no longer true, what would be here instead? What image accompanies this opposite? What body sensation? What emotion? And then swing back and forth between these opposites. Into the core or original belief, and then back over to its opposite. Each time you come into one, give time for feeling it completely during exhalation and inhalation. Experiencing all of the sensations, the emotion that accompanies it. Observe how the mouth may grip with tension. Meet sensations in the mouth, in the hand, in the pelvis. We are not trying to change our experience. We are meeting it, greeting it, welcoming it. If the desire to change is here, invite it in too. And at some point, hold both opposites of belief simultaneously. Feel the impact of both opposites being present simultaneously, and see what they give birth to. During eye rest, observe how the mind may go off into a daydream. Just take note what was happening right before you went into a daydream. When you go away and then come back, welcome what is happening. And while feeling the entire body simultaneously, invite pleasure or joy into the body, into awareness. Your body lighting up with a smile from deep inside the heart. A smile that spreads out from the heart into the body, into the shoulders, arms, head. The lips forming a gentle smile. The entire body vibrating with pleasure, with joy. Remember what it's like to celebrate something with the whole body, every cell in celebration. There may be a memory that you remember of pleasure, joy, happiness. Invite the memory in and let it invite joy or pleasure into the body. And then set the memory aside and feel the purity of joy itself, like liquid sensation pouring into the body, radiating in all directions, saturating the space around the body so that there is joy in the body and outside the body. Joy in the space inside the body and outside the body. Joy saturating, caressing, and pervading the body. And throughout each of these experiences, note how you are the observer. This subtle sense of being an I or me, who is an observer of every experience you are having. And feel the difference between being an observer and being observing. Melting into being observing. Being awareness. And all accompanying field of awareness that saturates all of your experiences, melting into being the spacious openness of observing, of being awareness. And go back and forth several times between stepping into an experience that you are having of sensation, of an emotion, a thought, or of joy, or the sensation of breathing. And then feel yourself falling back into being observing, being awareness. And if you find yourself involved momentarily in a thought or a daydream, let it continue. Set everything free to be just as it is. And then in the midst of whatever is happening, find yourself falling into this field of openness, of being awareness, in which everything is arising just as it is. Setting your body and mind and your personality totally free so that your true authenticity can sprout fully. If you were truly meeting life with full head-on authenticity, how would you be living this wild and delicious moment of life? There may be a conversation that you need to have, or an action that you need to take, somebody that you need to say, "I love you" to, a letter that you need to write. Set your body and mind completely free. Fall back into being what you really are, your underlying authenticity moving spontaneously. Liberation and freedom means exactly this. Liberation from all judgments, freedom from the body and mind holding back. Set yourself completely free in this moment to be what you were born to be in your utter authenticity. There is no room here for separation from your true authenticity. Let self-consciousness dissolve. It's just thought. Self-consciousness is just a thought of being a separate I or me. And let your heart's deepest longing come back again. See how it comes back in this moment. And we begin the process of putting our clothes back on. Putting back on the mind and body and senses. Knowing that they are just clothes. And in a few minutes we will be reorienting back into your waking life. Putting back on body, mind, and senses as clothes hanging on pure awareness. Awareness that is inside and outside. Realizing that everyone you meet and greet in life is awareness yourself. Awareness itself, just like you. Setting your body and mind completely free to live its true authenticity in each moment. And as you feel complete, let yourself turn onto one side. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, rock your head side to side. When you are ready, come back into your waking life.